everybody. Welcome back to another episode of American Taste. I am Josh. I'm an American from Indiana, and I'm living in Ireland currently in Cork. And I decided to kind of have a journey of trying a bunch of different Irish foods, snacks, different things that they love, and giving a try with my American taste buds to see how it goes. See if I like them, see if I don't like them, and just learn some differences. And today we're going to be trying some Irish snacks, specifically Tayto. So Tayto is Ireland's big brand of chips. They have a few different brands of chips, but this is probably the biggest one and the one that all of my friends here have told me I have to try. So I'm excited to try them. First things first, I have 8 snacks here. A few of them are chips, or as they would call them, crisps. A few of them are different variations that are a little bit different than a normal chip or crisp. But the big thing I noticed before we even start is Tayto doesn't have a single crisp or chip that I could find that is just a plain, non-flavored, salted crisp. So they only have like salt and vinegar, cheese and onion, stuff like that, or what they would consider their normal chip. So I am confused by that. So I was able to find a crisp from over here that is just plain salted. It's Walker's, which is actually a UK brand, and it looks just like Lay's. I think it actually might be the counterpart to Lay's over here. I'm not entirely sure on that. It might just be pure coincidence or marketing reasons why they look the same. But that's the only chip that I'm going to try, or crisp that I'm going to try, that's just what we Americans would refer to as classic flavor, plain flavored chip. All right, let's jump into it. I'm going to start with, I'll start with the Walker's, get it out of the way, taste it, compare it to a Lay's classic. Not as good. It's somewhere between a Lay's classic and a baked Lay's classic. It's a little bit more dry. Maybe it's because they don't use as much oil, which would make sense. Yeah, it's fine. Totally fine. All right, now let's jump into the Tayto. These are the ones I'm excited for. I think only one of the flavors that I have out here are flavors that we would consistently have in the States. But these are still like the most popular flavors, so I'm very interested. Starting with the one that we would have, salt and vinegar. Something else I've noticed over here is most of the chip brands outside of Tayto don't just have one salt and vinegar flavor. People over here love vinegar on just about everything. So there's actually a couple brands of chips that I saw have 3 different kinds of salt and vinegar chips. Basically, that just means 3 different kinds of vinegars. They have classic salt and vinegar, or sea salt and vinegar is what they might be called, or sea salt and white vinegar sometimes. Some of them have balsamic vinegar and salt, and some of them even have Irish cider vinegar and salt, which I don't know if those are the same, but they're both a bit strange for my American taste. But let's just try these and get down to it. I do love a salt and vinegar chip, a classic salt and vinegar chip. Yeah, it's good. See, that's what the Irish do well. They love vinegar, so it's really vinegary. It's got a big punch to it. Nice and salty. It's much saltier than the Walker's salted chip. Yeah, it's good. It's great. Now to the one I'm maybe the most concerned with. This is really big in a lot of places outside of America. It's not necessarily called this everywhere, but prawn cocktail is what it's called here. And prawn cocktail, they call shrimp prawn here. And I believe they call it that in some English translations in Asia too. They have shrimp chips, prawn chips over there, or crisps as they would call here, obviously. So I'm interested to see what this tastes like, because it is a really popular flavor internationally, and I've never tried it. So let's see. What? Oh. It's kind of good and kind of bad. It tastes nothing like our cocktail. I do know that they have a different kind of cocktail sauce here. In the States, I think only in some parts of the Northeast do they do the cocktail sauce like they have here. which is like kind of a pinkish color. It's got like some mayo mixed in with. They mix mayo with everything over here. I don't know, but it doesn't taste anything like prawn or cocktail to my taste. It's very strange. It's closer to a salt and vinegar chip than I would ever say to a cocktail sauce or shrimp. That being said, it's not bad. I would eat more of it, but I wouldn't eat a ton of it. I would definitely go to the salt and vinegar before that. So I'm not entirely sure what the deal is. Oh, I also want to talk just briefly. I'll pick up the next bag. The mascot. The Tayto mascot. I worked in marketing up until now. And I love anything to do with marketing, advertising, stuff like that. But this mascot he's like if Mr. Peanut had a cousin who was just, no, you know what? I don't know what it is about him. He looks like if Mr. Potato Head and Mr. Peanut had a kid, and then that kid got transported back to the 1930s and then got turned into an adaptation of a chip mascot. I don't know. It's just a potato, but it's just yellow. So it kind of looks like an emoji got smushed. Yeah, I feel like that's it. It looks like an emoji from the Emoji Movie got smashed, pushed, and then pulled apart, and then they put a hat on him. I don't know. I feel like people here really like that mascot, but not me. Anyways, to the next flavor. A flavor that we have in the States, but not consistently because we've kind of determined that it's not a good flavor because it's hard to actually nail the flavor. It's smoky bacon. It's like we have bacon flavored things in the States, but it's not an easy flavor to actually nail. So we kind of shy away from it a lot of times. Not a lot of people love liquid smoke just on its own. So I'm interested in this. They also have different bacon here. Their bacon that they have here is more of like a Canadian bacon, as we would call it in the States, or like a ham. So I'm sure it's probably more in that flavor, but let's give it a try. Okay, it's pretty good. It almost tastes like they took a classic potato chip and cooked it in like the grease that was left over from bacon. Because it does taste like bacon. And there is a little bit of that smoky flavor. I don't know if that's from liquid smoke, but it actually tastes pretty good. Not nearly as much flavor as the other one, so I'm actually happy with that considering they don't really have much on the less flavorful side. Yeah, I like that. That was good. I would choose that over prawn cocktail 10 times out of 10. Okay, now we're going towards the snacks, as they would call them. Here I have Mega Meanies. These are pickled onion flavor, and I know that this particular flavor is massive, both in Ireland and in the UK. In Ireland, I think Walker's has a chip that's called like Monster Munchies or something like that, or Mega Munchies. I don't know, but it's pickled onion. The only time I've ever seen anyone eat this was actually Steve-O in a favorite snacks video that he did at some point. He, I guess, grew up in the UK for a little while in England and fell in love with them, and so he still likes them, but never tried this. I'm a little concerned. They look like, here's the bag. Definitely some wild branding going on there. Yeah, they look like little monster claws or something. Let's give it a shot. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm going to refer to these as Irish Takis. Not because they're anywhere near as spicy or aggressive as Takis are, but because they are just a really powerful flavor of what the Irish love, which is basically just very, very vinegary and a little bit of onion. These would just be horrible for the breath. Oh my gosh. I can't imagine eating a whole thing of these and then going out in public. I They're kind of good though. If I'm gonna be honest, they're kind of good. I'm gonna try one more. Yeah, I hate them and I love them. I don't think I would ever actively choose them, but if they were set out for me, I would definitely eat too many of them. Oh, that's so weird. They're an aggressive flavor. They're very pickly, very vinegary. Again, but yeah, okay. I'm excited to be trying these. These are really the most like Irish flavored things that I've seen so far, and I've waited a while to try these so that I could do them on camera. Okay, next up we have the counterpart to the Mega Minis. We have the Mighty Munch. These are hot and spicy flavored, so maybe these are a bit more like the Takis, but I highly doubt they're going to be that spicy, knowing the flavor profiles of here versus in the U.S. On the back there is a monster on a volcano, so let's see if it lives up to that at all. Again, these mascots are just something. This guy kind of looks like an off-brand Cookie Monster fused with a gremlin, and the last one looked like a drawing that an emo kid in high school would have done to make a mascot. But I digress. Let's see if this tastes good. Again, got some weird shapes going on. I don't know if that's supposed to look like this monster. I guess it kind of is. There's nothing hot and spicy about this. Yeah. And I say that as a lover of spicy foods and knowing that most of the spiciest foods kick in after a second. There's not a single thing spicy about that. Like, the barest hint of cayenne was on there. Maybe some chili powder, maybe. Yeah, maize, sunflower oil, hot and spicy flavor. They don't say what it is. They have paprika extract, black pepper, paprika extract. It's not even, they don't even have chili powder or cayenne listed as an ingredient. So apparently they're pretending like Eastern Europe that paprika is a spicy pepper or a flavorful pepper. It's not. It's I don't know why you would call this hot and spicy. That makes me mad. That makes my American taste buds angry. Mighty Munch by Tayto. Hot and spicy is one of the most boring snacks I've ever tried. Eat a Taki if you're from the UK or Ireland. Eat a Taki and then you'll know what hot and spicy deliciousness tastes like. I digress. We move on to Tayto Thai rings. So these are an Oriental spice flavored ring. Kind of look like a onion ring and a Funyun had a baby. I don't exactly know what to expect on this. Thai food here is similar to Thai food in the US. Chinese food is not. That could be discussed at another time. So I really have no idea what flavor to expect. There's a dragon on this one, at least as an okay mascot. Let's give it a try. Oh yeah, these taste great. The texture is terrible, but the flavor is awesome. The texture is 100% packing peanut. After the first bite, it just dissolves in your mouth. Yeah, it's kind of smoky, a little bit. It's honestly got more spice than the hot and spicy Mighty Munch, but that's not saying much. A little bit of citrus kick to it. No, these are great. I would eat these. Again, texture is kind of weird, but significantly better than the the Mega Minis and the Mighty Munch. Okay, I think that takes my new favorite for maybe for all of them, flavor-wise for all of them. Maybe not the salt and vinegar chips, but those are also not as wild of a flavor. Okay, moving on to Tayto Rancheros. So obviously they're taking some American Wild West influence here with a cowboy on top of a horse. Honestly, this looks like my elementary school mascot from the States, the Wranglers. Go West Grove Wranglers. I'm not entirely sure. These are bacon flavored again. I'm hoping these are about the same as the last ones, and maybe they'll just be a little more crispy. They kind of look like pork cracklings from the States. So like fried pork skin, but I doubt that that's what these are. But let's give it a try. Yeah, they're solid. They're much crunchier than the rest of the snacks so far. I think they're trying to emulate pork crackling. Yeah, getting a lot of paprika and some sort of bacon flavoring. Yeah, tastes great. It's similar in flavor to the Tayto chips. They just probably use the same exact flavoring on both of those, but these are just different texture. Depends on what you're in the mood for. All right, to our final one. I actually don't think these are Tayto, so I might have lied earlier. These last ones are a popular snack here nonetheless, though, called hula hoops. They kind of remind me, just off of branding and the size of the bag compared to the contents, of oh goodness, of Fritos in the States. These are barbecue beef, so not just barbecue beef. Okay, they got to stop using the word barbecue in general over here. They have no idea what it means. No clue what American barbecue is. They had an American barbecue restaurant here that wasn't bad. Their brisket was a joke. It was shredded. I don't know who told them shredded brisket was okay for a barbecue place, but that's closed now, so I don't know what they're going to do. And everything else, barbecue to them is just burgers on a grill, which is just embarrassing for barbecue. Again, I'm getting angry over something that's not related to this, but these are called barbecue beef flavor. I imagine they're supposed to taste like our barbecue chips. Just a ring. It doesn't look like a corn chip, so I don't think it's corn. Like a Frito would be, but we'll see. What? First of all, ew. The flavor is terrible. It tastes more like a Sunday roast gone wrong. Like a beef roast gone off. They're potato, okay. So it's definitely not supposed to emulate a Frito. They're really crunchy, but not in a good way. Oh man, these are terrible. I'm not even gonna eat a third one. Oh, those are horrible. They taste like if you put a beef roast on a grill, seasoned it with nothing but like a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and then a little bit of paprika, but not enough to cover the whole thing. And then you just cooked it poorly. Like, I don't know what you overcooked it for sure. It tastes like, yeah, you know what? That's what it tastes like, an overcooked, not a burnt piece of beef, but just an overcooked piece of beef. Like, it was well done and then a little more still. It's bad. Whoever likes hula hoops, I'm sorry, but those are just bad. Okay, so the Thai rings, those are great. Snack on those. Mighty Munch, embarrassing to call yourself hot and spicy. Rancheros, totally fine bacon flavor. I'm surprised by the bacon flavored stuff today, actually. That might be the biggest surprise today. The bacon flavored stuff, better than the bacon flavored stuff I've had in the States, because we don't really do a lot of bacon flavor. It's usually just smoky, like liquid smoke. The crisps are fine. They're not as good as Lay's, but they're fine. The prawn cocktail was kind of weird, and I don't know what the deal is with that. The bacon was good, and the salt and vinegar was great. Yeah, I'm torn. I really do miss some of the snacks in the States. If you ever get a chance to go to the States and you haven't been yet, make sure you go to a convenience store. It can even be at a gas or petrol station. Like, they'll go in there, just find some snacks from Lay's, from Frito-Lay, I guess is the parent company. Find anything from them, and it's going to be probably better than all of this. I'm so sorry. I really did enjoy a couple of them. But that being said, thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe. If I missed your favorite snack, or if you even know some other snacks that you're like, you got to try these, please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to give them a shot. Love to try some more stuff, and please prove me wrong. Show me your best snacks. Bye.